Okay, d4. See what our opponent is gonna do. We got e6, so could be a Nimzo, but not quite. Looks like a mix between 3 different openings right now, and it may just turn into a hippo. Okay, let's go like this. I'll probably take this and play e5. We have a good, I think we have a good structure here. We have h4, h5 coming. This move, we can also just kick the knight away. And black doesn't have time for h5, which might be annoying because we're gonna play h5. Tempting. Everything looks pretty good here. How do we want to take that? I'll go with the rook. Looks more proper. We do allow this, but that's not so bad, is it? Attack the queen. I was thinking of this with knight b5. He does get knight f4 there, but knight b5 and knight d6 is huge. Like, that's a really powerful idea. So much so, I think we should just do it right away. Knight f4 is not possible. You can take, I could jump in here, but I think I'm just gonna take it back. Okay, so we got all sorts of stuff now. Got to pay attention here. King f8. We could also go queen f3 as an idea. Yeah, so he goes king d7. Bishop b5 check. I assume the king's going to keep running. Rook c1, knight c6. We can also take here to start. We can also take here to start. I mean, so many options. Yeah, it's really hard to say. Very hard to say what I prefer here. I think this can't hurt, basically. Yes, this is an option, but I think I'm going to start like this because I really like queen c1, because then we maintain all of our threats and we eliminate the only threat that he possibly could have. Although, not gonna lie, I didn't see that for some reason. Let's take here. Where are all the pieces going? Our rook is hit. We are winning material here, but it's not the way I would like to do it. Yeah, I think we're gonna go a bit more all in on the attack now. This is the problem sometimes when you try to just go for the crushes. They're not always there. Okay, knight d3, we can take it. I assume that the king was shuffling to make way for queen d7. Yeah, so I was actually expecting that he would go there, and I'm sure he's getting the bzz, bzz, bzz when he's trying to take the queen. Takes, does get mated, so got a couple checkmates coming up, but actually rook here does a pretty good job at preventing them. Rook b8 just drops the knight for mate. Yeah, basically this pawn structure is just not very good for black. It's kind of hard to describe, but we're definitely playing h4, h5 as the next move immediately. When there's no knight on f6, it's always going to be good. And we're also very safe over here. There's no way our center is going to be attacked. Just a very good looking position, and it wasn't the best opening by black. Basically, we were on move 8, 9, and there was only one piece developed, so. Okay, d4. Just a chill guy here. b6. Let's play e4. And we actually have seen this opening quite a bit, to be honest with you. f5. Interesting. Tempting to take, but guess we will behave ourselves here. f3 and knight f3 both look fine. I guess f3. Maybe we long castle. Certainly looks to be the most tempting move. Knight g4, we can put the bishop somewhere. Okay, if he's playing that move, I'm playing h3 right away. I can see that this is the only idea he has. So let's just prevent it. Knight takes, and everything looks like it's falling. Pawn takes wins this outright. A bit more drawn to pawn takes. I think it needs to be with the knight. Yeah, we just want a long castle. This pawn, thanks to h5, is definitely going down. Yeah, we definitely control the center. There's a lot of counterattacking happening. Being threatened on the flanks here. But we have a pretty good position. We're also covering queen h4 check here. Queen h5 is possible. And bishop takes g2 looks like a suicide mission. I wouldn't trust that. Interesting. So queen takes. I don't know if this is the intention. Bishop takes. There is knight here, but it's okay. We'll just move our queen back. Gonna win some material here. I'm actually gonna go bishop h6. Yeah, I think that'll be the next move. Bishop h6. That's a good one. Surviving a couple of moves here. Bishop h6 is very strong because we're actually playing queen takes f6. And if he does a random move, we're playing queen takes f6 anyway. And queen f7 so that we can mate with the bishop, of course. GG. I think we've actually seen quite a bit of the hippo or just like a non-committal type of opening. Double fianchetto, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's no rhyme or reason. Like, I just kind of bring the pieces to the middle. Just ensure that, like, if something's being attacked twice, that you're defending it twice. It's attacked once, defending it once. Attack maybe twice, I'd defend it twice. Like, as long as you're counting the pawns in the middle, making sure they're defended, you'll pretty much always have a very nice position. d4, let's go. d5, we get to enjoy. Okay, here we go. There's no pawn defending, so we're gonna take it. A lot of people have been playing this variation. Higher rated players, I think, will play bishop takes b1, but for now we see this. I think let's go bishop d2. Our next move is e4. And the question is, what does our opponent do about knight to d5? Because you got to defend this pawn, but you can't. So I think your best bet is to take and take. It's not nothing. You get 2 minor pieces. That's reasonable. But yeah, I mean, you just can't play this variation. Like d5 bishop f5 gets absolutely killed by the Queen's Gambit. Especially lower rated players who, I mean, a high rated player could definitely make this opening work. Bishop takes b1 as I mentioned, but no one at 1000 is going to be aware of that. So but yeah, this is a huge problem here. Okay, this might have put him out here. This might have just put him out. Okay, that just put him out. Knight d5 just sunk the ship there. Well, GG, not much to say. Just, you can't play against the Queen's Gambit without your next move being a move that supports the center. You'll get a bad position every time, and in this case, the game didn't even last 7 moves. Okay, we got the white pieces again. Let's redo d4. Are we gonna see the Nimzo? No, actually, we transposed back into the Queen's Gambit where there's no pawn defending. So once again, we get this nice looking position here, and we get the full center. I mean, yeah, we just have a much better position already. Definitely d5 here. The knight goes here. We've actually seen all this stuff before. The queen on d7 is placed pretty poorly. There's going to be a bishop b5 type of move soon. I don't know that it's going to be completely over, but yeah, knight g4, already e6 is going to win material. Knight h5 is just going to lose the knight straight up. That's why I mentioned it. Thought it would be possible, and the game's over just like that. I mean, up to 1000, you're just going to see people constantly putting the pawn in the center without supporting it with another pawn. Like, I'm just taking it, I'm getting the whole center every time, and people are just getting obliterated. This is very common. I see people with the 2 knights out and not a single pawn on the board at all. And I have both of the center pawns. So you just push the pawns up the board and you'll win something. The pieces don't have anywhere to go. And the queen is obviously misplaced on d7 here, but nothing can go right for black. Like, this is a very bad position, and that's that. That is that. You should be very, very successful playing against people that, you know, play like d4, d5, c4, and just do not support this pawn. All right, Rage Monster. Let's go. d4. Oh, our favorite. Our favorite. We're going to take pretty much every time. All right, he's going to capture. He's definitely going to be a Rage Monster after this. Yikes. Okay, the thing is, he's not threatening to do this. So I think we just play bishop to h6, and well, that should be that. There's, you know, a temporary 1 single check, but that's about it. And let's just keep it really simple. Make sure to count the material at the end. What's happening? We're up an entire rook. So that should be enough for you guys to win the game. Let's bring the rook over. This is a threat here. This should just be the simplest. That'll do it. Wait a minute, I thought I already had a knight. Oh. I thought I already had a knight. What the heck? Give them all away. Fire sale. Dude, I thought we already had it. I don't know where the... I think it's because I tried to promote to one. And man, chess.com is like... It's the one thing that they have to work on is somehow when I pre-move an under promotion, unfortunately it doesn't count if my opponent makes a move. It's like I have to promote and select the piece all before their next move, so it's extremely difficult. But I feel like that's probably what happened because I'm sitting here like, I thought I promoted to a knight, but I think I tried to and then it failed, and then I thought that I already had, but it just wasn't the case. Man, where did our math go? Thought we had a whole knight on the board. The miscalculations are real, but let's not lose sight of the important lessons here. The important lessons. Guys, you're 1,000 ELO, you shouldn't be playing this opening. Takes f6, e4. This is already terrible, which means not only do I have the center, but we even have an extra pawn right now that you can't capture. It's just not acceptable. Just not acceptable. So yeah, we've been, I would say, comfortably handling e5, which I would expect early on in a speed run, but a lot of people play it. Don't shy away from it. Definitely take it. f6 is a terrible follow-up. I think e4 is the best move available. All right, let's go for d4 to hopefully hit 1100. I tell you, one of us is going to do it. Queen's Gambit accepted, so we're going to push this. Okay, e6, still not the top move, I want to say, against this, but it's a little bit better than some of the other moves we've been seeing. Knight c3 looks pretty standard. Knight f3, castle. Okay, knight c6. There's no threat at the moment, so I think we just continue here. Something like rook here, or I can't play queen e2 right now, but that's the kind of move I'd like to play. Okay, this doesn't make a threat, so let's just go a3. I'm very, very, very happy to see this. Whenever you can get this pawn supporting the center, it's pretty good. he might be trying to do this. Usually at this point, I like to play e5. I give away a great square, but I'm about to bring this bishop back and really go for it over here, which usually works out pretty well. Okay, what can we do here? Lots of fun stuff on that side of the board. Let's just bring the bishop back this way. Okay, I actually am not sure if stuff is working here, so pawn takes or knight takes look good. I mean, to be honest, knight takes is just the simple move. Pawn takes is like desperate for a sacrifice, but this one's just solid. This one's just all reliable, and then we have it. Bishop takes, queen h5. This is hanging, and queen h6 drops even more material. So it's got to be queen f8 here. Don't want to go back. It's still a position after queen f8. We should technically keep the queen on the board, so let's do so. We'll drop the queen back. We won't trade it. Play moves like c4, d5, and maybe bring the bishop to c3. I can see a future where we go like, yeah, move this queen. We got c4, rook g5, d5, bishop there. Okay, let's just ensure that we are nice and safe. There wasn't even an immediate threat, but that's a safety first type of move. This is, I mean, playable, but I think the knight will just have to return. I'm thinking just bishop here and d5. There has to be some wins that appear after that. I'd be shocked if there isn't. Knight here does work a little bit better now. This one is not going to be a good move. We just have an extra bishop here. So rook g4 and d5. That's what I got for you. Queen b1, we've snorked up. It's not that good, but may as well threaten this mate first. Tempting to go here, but it's not actually mate. So let's do this one. One check is not going to kill us. And we've got mate coming up, so kind of has to be queen here. And then we have the nice option, you know, we can trade everything on that square, even though it loses material. And that'll be checkmate in a pretty nice way. We got a nice bishop h7 in there. Queen's Gambit accepted. As I said, he played it a little bit better, but still, you can see Queen's Gambit accepted. It's still not great. We have the entire center, two knights. We're just like the bishop's restricted. Anytime this happens, it favors you every single time. So I'm very encouraging of this. Two bishops, strong center. I like to play e5 after and then kind of switch the bishop to that diagonal. It's less good here. Yeah, we just have a really powerful attack here. If this tactic didn't exist, I'd probably play like queen e2, rook e1, kind of similar moves. But there's going to be something good that happens to you. Well done. You made it to the end of another episode in the Queen's Gambit speedrun. Make sure to like the video and leave a comment down below if you enjoyed. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure to click that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you never miss the next episode.